So friends, avoid as many chemical drugs as is possible. The minute he says, I had no sleep last 2 nights, then he says, are you feeling fine? No, doctor, I no enthusiasm. Right, he'll start with an antidepressant. And when will that end? Great. This is the problem. This is the problem. When once you take any drug in its natural form, the body immediately says, this is mine. I know. My grandfather has eaten it. It's like rice or it's like wheat. So it is immediately taken in. So the MIT study or the mitochondrial chip study showed that it is the body's intelligence and the energy that runs the system and not the drugs. And all that the modern drugs could do is ADR, adverse drug reactions. The biggest killer of mankind today is not a gun, it's not a plane falling down. You would be surprised in America alone, whose population is little over the population of probably Nagpur, not Nagpur, 300 million, around less than 300 million. 4 jumbo jets full of people die every week due to drugs. If one jumbo jet falls down in this world, there will be news for 2 months in all the television, 24 hours 7. And every week, 4 jumbo jets fall down. And these people unnecessarily die by what is called iatrogenesis, doctor-induced illness, through our biggest weapons of mass destruction, about which I have written with the caption called Weapons of Mass Destruction in the British Medical Journal, the drugs, chemical drugs. So friends, avoid as many chemical drugs as is possible. I had a colleague of mine, professor of psychology. Some of you may have been, his name is K.B. Kumar, Professor Kumar, who was at one time the president of the Behavioral Society. He is now in Hyderabad. This boy was so good, I tell you, I took him as the professor. And within about 2 years, the psychiatry department was empty. No patient was going to the psychiatry department. This fellow had to sit till about 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning to finish his patient load. So the psychiatrist started complaining about him, writing memos about him. He is very bad. He is grabbing our patients. I said, nobody can grab a patient. If a patient wants to go somewhere, he goes. How can you say? So somehow or other they managed to keep him till I was there. The day I retired, they somehow maneuvered and threw him out. Can you believe that? The best doctor was thrown out. Anyway, he got a better job. And he's now he is almost the king of whatever he surveys. And still the same humble soul. And that's why I like this psychiatrist. Psychiatrists have become real drug dispensing machines. Just because they have no patience. The minute he says, I had no sleep last 2 nights, then he says, are you feeling fine? No, doctor, I no enthusiasm. Right, he'll start with an antidepressant. And when will that end? Great. This is the problem. This is the problem. So this is where a psychiatrist, a professor of psychiatry in America, she was young, energetic, and was like our friend. She wrote a book called Dementia, a drug-induced crime on mankind by doctors. And she published this book. Her name is Grace Elizabeth Jackson. She was thrown out of the medical college. She was in the Naval Medical College as the professor of psychiatry. She was thrown out of the Navy. She was thrown out of the medical college, thrown on the road. But this book is getting her millions of dollars, and she's invited all over the world to lecture. And her lecture fees is such that, one lecture she can, 10 months salary comes in one lecture. So this girl is very happy. But what I'm saying is, this is how the world is. 1968, I wrote a small article called Unconventional Wisdom in Medicine. When did I write it? 1968. And my department sat together and said, this is a nut. He must be thrown out. So they proposed that I be dismissed. But anyway, the then dean probably was a nut himself, so he didn't dismiss me. So I survived by the skin of my teeth. This happens. This very much happens in this world. So it is very difficult to fight for a truth. I don't want to call it the truth, because Khalil Gibran said, never say the truth. It's a truth. And it become different later on, because truth is not something which is stationary. Truth changes. And a truth, even if you fight for a truth, it is difficult. So I like Prabodh and his gang. I can't be naming each one of you because it takes so much of time. Look at this boy, young boy. I like him. He is very, very good. And very versatile too. Everyone. That girl, oh my God, she was very good, the ophthalmologist. And look at this girl, she's very good. Each one is so good, I tell you. They're so nice. And it has made my day coming here. It's made my day. I was